we did whatever we could do in our means to make sure that we travel to Morocco. And indeed, we went, beat Morocco, and qualified for the finals. Upon return, we had a discussion with NCS. We submitted all our expenses, well documented the accountability for the Morocco trip. But at the same time, we had the finals around the corner. So we submitted also the budget for the finals. And as you recall, we made so many pleas around that time before we were given money, the 340 million, the famous sack that you saw moving around. But again, as the Federation and management, we were in a dilemma. Should we pay back the money borrowed for the Morocco trip, or we take the team to Kigali? And the borrowed money was accumulating interest, and we couldn't allow this to continue. So what we did was to pay back the loan to stop the interest from accumulating. But at the same time, we had to take the team to Kigali because we needed to beat the 7-day quarantine period. We had to get tickets on credit. And then we came here without money for accommodation, feeding, FIBA fees, and players' allowances and all that. I've been in touch with Honorable Hamson Obua. I've been in touch with Dr. Bernard Ogwere. I've been in touch with Dr. Rukare to try and make sure that we solve this issue amicably, without even the players getting to know what's happening behind the scenes. However, this has not yielded any positive results. And by the time, I decided to write to the senior minister, that was the last option that I had, because we had been given a deadline of 29th, which was on a Sunday, for us to clear all our bills, and we failed to meet the deadline. Request the Senior Minister for Education and Sports, the First Lady, Honorable Janet Kataha Museveni, to come to our rescue, because we had run out of options. Each time, I've been engaging Honorable Hamson Obua, he was, insisting that who sent you to Morocco? I mean, who sanctioned the Morocco borrowing? Did government sign anywhere? Did government give you any commitment? And I was telling him that, yeah, it is true, government did not make any commitment to that, but what would a reasonable person, do under such circumstances? It is very surprising, the irony here is that people say they did not sanction the Morocco qualifier, but at the same time, they are saying they facilitated the team 100% for the Kigali trip. So for me, that beats my understanding that you say we did not approve the qualifying game, but at the same time, you want to support the final tour. It doesn't make sense at all to me. When the team from Olympics came back and they were being, appreciated at Kololo, the Honorable Minister Hamson Obua clearly told the President that, last night our Silverbacks team beat Morocco.
Again, for the first time last evening in Morocco, our national basketball team has qualified for the Basketball Africa Cup of Nations that will be held in Kigali, Rwanda. They beat Morocco at home and eventually qualified for the Africa Cup of Nations.
Then why do you later on say that who sanctioned the Morocco trip? Yet you told the entire country in the presence of the president that the team went to Morocco, beat Morocco, and qualified for the final. We represented the country. This is a national team. It is not our personal team. We represented the country. We raised Uganda's flag. And we believe that the government should, come out and support the national team to avoid, this kind of embarrassment that we are about to get ourselves into.